Do we have original manuscripts of the Bible? Unfortunately, no. We don't have any original manuscripts of the Bible. We have copies of copies of copies of copies, and on, but no original manuscripts. Preceding the invention of the printing press in the 15th century CE, manuscripts were copied by hand by scribes. As a result, copies varies from each other in small ways and in some larger ways too. So the simple answer is no, there are no original manuscripts. Rather, there are thousands of copies that differ from each other. But let's talk a little bit more about what manuscripts we do have. Regarding the Hebrew Bible, the base text to which all other manuscripts are compared is called the Masoretic text, MT for short, named after the generations of scribes, the Masoretes, who standardized and preserved the Hebrew text between 500 and 1000 CE. The main copies of the Masoretic text are the manuscripts Codex Leningratis from 1008 CE and the Aleppo Codex from 930 CE, which were the oldest manuscripts of the Hebrew Bible until the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls in 1949. The Dead Sea Scrolls and fragments of scrolls date from the mid-3rd century BCE to the 1st century CE, becoming the oldest manuscripts of the Hebrew Bible. The New Testament is quite different, since there was a rise in literacy with the spread of Hellenism prior to the events of the New Testament. There are more than 5,000 Greek manuscripts in addition to quotations from early Christian writers and ancient translations of the New Testament. New Testament manuscripts are grouped according to text type, with two kinds of Greek manuscripts being the most heavily relied upon. First are codices, plural for codex, which is an ancient book form and date from the 4th and 5th centuries. Codex Sinaiticus from the 4th century and Codex Vaticanus from the 4th century are two of these important manuscripts and are the earliest complete copies of the New Testament. The second type of Greek manuscript are papyri, plural for papyrus, which are the earliest manuscripts of the New Testament, dating back to the 2nd and 3rd centuries. Papyri are written on thin paper-like material made from papyrus plants. They are fragile and naturally decompose over time. Consequently, the New Testament papyri are fragmentary and incomplete. For example, Papyrus Fragment 52 is the oldest manuscript of the New Testament, dating from the mid-2nd century, but it's only 2.5 by 3.5 inches big and preserves only portions of John 18:31 through 33 and 37 through 38. Unlike the Hebrew Bible, the textual criticism of the Christian New Testament does not use a base text, like the Masoretic text, but collates and compares all of the manuscripts.